Welcome back to Hoop Symmetry, everyone. This is your coach Muhammad here with another video, and I want to talk about the first round in the NBA. Right now, we're currently in the conference finals. We have the Spurs playing the OKC Thunder in the West, the defending champions, who everyone has as the odds-on favorites to win it all. But there's one guy in the way of that. While out East, we have the Knicks playing the Cleveland Cavaliers, and we'll talk about that in the next video. But I wanted to talk about Wemby because, you know, it's no secret now anymore that I think Wemby is now the best player in the NBA.
Carmelo Anthony, Tracy McGrady, they didn't want to sit down. They wanted to make sure they saw everything. But every time Wemby made a great play, you guys just looked at each other and it's like, at some point, it's becoming unguardable. It feels unguardable, but he stepped up, hit a 28-footer. We saw, you know, the assist from Stephon Castle. The way that he played down the stretch, it was necessary and it was on point.
Well, he kicked the game off with 10 and 10 in the first quarter, so that told me that he was locked in, ready to go. And then just the boxing match, the heavyweight boxing match that was going back and forth, the jab, the jab, the jab, the jab. And Wemby answered, OKC answered, Wemby answered, Caruso answered, Wemby answered, J-Dub answered. It was just one of them great games. To me, it was an instant classic game that you go back and watch this game on the Western Conference Finals. But let's talk about Wemby. I know everybody's going to talk about Wemby. We've never seen this before. I mean, he pulled up for three. He got a block. He got a and-one dunk. He got a one-handed dunk. He was still on the ground.
Anything you could do in the game.
Anything you could do in the basketball game. So when you watch that, and guys who've done this at the high level, at the highest level,
you got to marvel at that.
We as a fan of the game, to see what Wemby did tonight and see how he dominated the game in every aspect of the game.
When we talk about this, I mean, when we were watching this game, I think Chris Broussard on his show with Nick Wright and them said that he saw this as a Wemby coming out game and referenced LeBron's game against Detroit and other people's games where he was like, okay, this guy made a statement, like a statement game. And
in my 50 years of watching the NBA closely and 30 years of covering it, I have seen, in my mind, 4 announcement games.
Ooh, 4 announcement games.
So excited. I love By this. Announcement, I mean, that is when an individual superstar announced to the world, I'm here and I'm taking the league
I got one
over.
Off the bat.
I'm about to take the league over. All right, doesn't mean they won a championship right away, but I'm about to take the league over. And importantly, the basketball public at large acknowledged, yeah, he's here. It's his league.
I'm just going to write.
For those that don't know, Magic was second to Bird in Rookie of the Year in a rout. Bird routed him. So Magic didn't take the league by storm right away. Like, he played well, but Bird was the better rookie. And then Magic took over from there. Second, Michael Jordan, 63 points.
Classic.
When Larry Bird, against Boston, Larry Bird called him God disguised as Michael Jordan. And they lost that game, but it still was like, oh my, he's here. Third, LeBron, the 48-point special.
That's right.
Against Detroit, 25 straight points, 29 of the Cavs' last 30. I was in the building for that phenomenal game. That was when it was like, oh,
he's here.
He's the best player in the league now. Right. And then last night, I mean,
it's good company.
I said months ago he's the best player in the world. And Jokic got the best of him that one game, and it was like, okay, let's see, he's got to prove it. He's the best player in the world, period. You saw him against the MVP, and it was like they were on different stratospheres, all right? No diss to Shea, because a lot of players would look that way. But he's the best player in the world.
A little bit of it.
And I definitely think this is what this was. 41 points. We all know his long-standing history of hate for Chet.
We found out the root.
Yes, bro.
Why Wemby hates Chet, man.
Why does Wemby hate Chet?
Man, World Games, man.
Is that nigga crying? Yes. Man.
Chet got the MVP. Begin his villain origin story.
Damn. Little boy.
He is dunking everything on Chet. That's crazy.
Damn.
These two have a lot of history going back.
Chet don't even know.
He don't know, bro.
He ain't gonna never let that MVP go, nigga.
Yeah, Wemby's going to be the next superstar.
That shit is
bro.
hilarious, bro.
That's Michael Jordan level of hate that we got to appreciate for sure, man.
I'm rolling, man.
We get to the origin story. All right, man.
Like,
Wemby bringing the lead back, man.
We need to stop energy back in the league for sure.
Which also helped fuel this, but he did everything when they were down 3 in overtime. The man pulls up from 30 to tie the game with 30 seconds left. Cold-blooded. In transition, a trailer 3, they throw it back. He comes up calmly and just drains that to go back into overtime. He's in the post. They're guarding him with Caruso that have been fronting all day. He's been fronting them all, Wemby all day. And he immediately gets to work. He drives down the lane, throws down a nasty dunk off the 1-2 rip through. He does a spin move and dunks on Chet again at the end to close out the game. Like, this guy was doing everything. And then to seal it all off, to put like a nice little bow on the performance, he has the block at the end of the game on Jalen Williams where he stands there and strikes the pole.
Harper is fouled. Another Wemby block seals this.
While all of his teammates get hyped, man, it's beautiful to see. I love watching things like this because it kind of shows a little bit of the changing of the guard in the NBA. And change, to me, when it's positive, is always progressive. And so we're now having a guy who looks like he's about to take the NBA mantle. Jokic and Shea look like they're going back and forth with it. Throw Luka in there for a few years. But I think that run is pretty over, if you ask me.
All you can do is laugh, bro. All you can do is laugh. Bro, is that the greatest basketball game I've ever watched? Is that one of the greatest individual performances I've ever watched? Yes, yes, and yes. Legit best in the world type of game from Victor Wembanyama. Best in the world type of game. It's been in flux. It was Jokic for, I don't know, the last 4 to 5 years or so. People say that Jokic got his chain snatched by Mr. 2-time MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Shai may have held that chain for a day, maybe 2. That man, Wemby, just went out and had 41, 23 rebounds, including 9 offensive, 3 blocks, and a steal.
And it's beautiful to see it. It wasn't just him. Stephon Castle was working hard out there. I don't think that he, as the primary ball handler, is the best option. He had like 11 turnovers in that game, but he did also have like 11 assists. I love Stephon Castle's game. Loved his game out of UConn. Kind of gives me that Drew Holiday type of feel. But yeah, the thing is, as a primary ball handler, I like Dylan Harper a lot more. Even though at the end of the game, Jalen Williams really, like J-Dub, he really gave Dylan Harper some problems on the offensive end at the end of the game. But Dylan Harper, man, what a pro. What a pro. This guy, like I said, I love Dylan Harper's game. It's like a love-hate or bittersweet feeling for me watching him on the Spurs, because I just know I'm looking at a guy that, like, the NBA would be so cold if Dylan Harper was just running his own team, because I think he's that special. The defense, let's talk about the defense. Of course, that probably shouldn't be shocking given that he's a Harper, Ron Harper, one of the best guard defenders in NBA history. So he knows all the tricks of the trade, big body, physical, but his IQ upstairs, a lot of people don't understand. Basketball in general, any sport really, is played mostly upstairs, especially when you're already physical and you kind of know and can anticipate. Well, his IQ is tremendous. And one of the little things that I feel like you can see or, use to judge that is closeouts. Like, watch how effective he closed out. And the reason why I use that is because a lot of times that's the cat and mouse game, right? Like, if I have the ball, boom, and I'm trying to score on you, like, it's kind of, the big picture is I have to do a lot of different things to get you to not put your hand up by the time I'm taking my shot as easy as possible to get the easiest look that I can get, right? If I shoot it and then your hand comes up as it's already released, you didn't really do anything to me. But if your hand went up and I had to adjust how I'm shooting or shoot it higher or get it off quicker or whatever, then you effectively affected my shot, and that's positive. And if you watch Dylan Harper, he's very good at this. He had one shot on SGA where because of how early he saw it coming, the shot. He got out on it early and made SGA shoot an air ball. We saw Victor Wembanyama had the same IQ when SGA was doing the turnaround to pre-rotate over and block the shot, which is hard to do, blocking NBA players' jump shot because they're good at measuring range and distance like a professional boxer or MMA guy. But of course, when you have a 1,000-foot wingspan, that is a, ultimate equalizer. But still, man, this game just really showed the beautiful evolution of the game and a new team on the rise. One other thing I'll point out is just one little critique I have for the Spurs. I would really like to see more Carter Bryant minutes instead of Champagnie. And I know Champagnie's been amazing for them all year. Really good shooter, pretty consistent. Plays hard defensively, but the reason is for two reasons. One, if you watch the game, Champagnie, because he's a little more slow of foot, is the guy that SGA feels the most comfortable attacking. And we saw this again also when Stephen Curry played the Spurs. It was the same thing. Like Champagnie, even though he has that dog spirit and whatever, he's just too slow. And so certain guys, for certain matchups, it just doesn't favor him. And then on the other end, they're guarding him so tight because of his shooting. I just think he'd be a little bit more effective off the bench. And I think Carter Bryant can easily make up for that defensive gap because to me, he's a far better defender than Champagnie. Maybe not upstairs yet. Going back to what I was just saying, Champagnie is more cerebral up here, but just the physical tools, athleticism, and things of that nature, just to give you a better look. And yeah, I think this team, the sky is the limit, man. I love what I'm seeing from the San Antonio Spurs. Victor Wembanyama, definitely the best player. I don't need to see anything else. He's not the most accomplished player, but I personally think this is the best player I've ever seen. And I know that's early, but I don't even think, is it early? I've been saying this for a while. The first time I saw him, I was like, man, that's the best player I've ever seen. The first time I saw him. And also, funny enough, I'm gonna give you guys this little tidbit. Victor Wembanyama is actually a guy I'm very familiar with because there's some weird NBA fans. Like, I like the Kenny Beecham type of stuff where you just make a season and you'll play for a long time. And I've actually been doing that my whole life. Not on camera, but I just enjoy doing that, making franchises. And what you do in many of these, you can download draft classes. And there was one 2K, I believe it was like 2K20 or something like that, where they had like draft classes, I don't know, it was like 15 years in the future. Like Bronny James and Mikey Williams and them were stars in the league by the time the season kept going. But long story short, I actually had Victor Wembanyama on my team. Like way before Victor Wembanyama was in the NBA, he was a superstar on my team. He might have been in middle school at this time, but someone who made the draft class, I don't make the draft classes, someone dedicated knew he was gonna be great. When I saw 7'4", whatever it was, she shoot threes, block shots, man, I traded up to that #1 pick, got him. So I have like a parasocial also like rooting for Victor Wembanyama because he was my dog in the season. He used to carry it. So shout out to Wemby, man. I love to see what he's doing out here. It's always great when the NBA gets filled with more amazing young talent. It keeps everything fresh, fun, vibrant, and rules and standards are meant to be broken and pushed. And I think the standard of great player that we saw before, LeBron, Jordan, Kobe, whoever, Magic, Wilt, all these people, Victor Wembanyama seems like he's pushing the mold, and he seems much more like what people described Wilt as being in his era, which I think a lot of people thought couldn't be possible anymore in today's era. And yeah, beautiful to see, man. So shout out to Wemby, shout out to the young Spurs, man. I hope they continue to grow and get better. They actually have a pretty good shot, in my opinion, to win the championship. If they can get past OKC, I don't see anyone out East beating them. And so I just really wanted to give my 2 cents on that. Give some kudos to Wemby and the young Spurs. We love to see it, as always. But anyway, guys, this is King I Kill, and I am out.